Good morning. Howdy, howdy, my sweet friends. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to get me shared over into the Country Living Collective group. If you are not in that group, you definitely want to be there. Great things happening. Great things happening over there. That is my group. Let's see here. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to see comments today. I just updated my Facebook app this morning, and you never know. You never know what is going to happen. Okay, Country Living Collective. There we go. Posted in. All right, let's see. I did see, let's see, comments will appear here. Let me try that. Okay. All right. Let's see. It had said that there was a comment already, so why is it doing that? Okay. I don't know how to use this new this contraption over here. Anyways, welcome in. I am Sandra Waldrop. You are watching Kingdom Acres Homemaking and Homestead. I hope you all are having a fabulous morning already. If you hear any crash bang booms or anything wild happening in the background, it is because I have a rogue kitten who currently has the zoomies, and she is zooming all over my living room, dining room area, and just attacking balloons for my son's birthday and the couches and just everything. As you come in this morning, please give me a howdy, hello, and how you doing, and let me know how you're doing. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning. Try not to be too over the top for y'all. I realize some of y'all are just waking up. Get you some coffee. Some coffee, some Dr. Pepper. I hear some people drink that. Instead of coffee, some tea, some hot chocolate. Some ginseng tea or some good old fashioned sweet tea. We are gonna be working on our Yeehaw Meemaw hat this morning. So I started this last week, and y'all got a little bit upset with me because I did some stuff off camera, okay? And let me just, okay, so I created this hat band. I'm not too sure if we'll actually use this hat band. I'm kind of thinking I want to bead a hat band for this, which that would have to be a whole live in itself because the beading that I want to do is kind of complicated. Good morning, my sweet Lori. How are you? So I did the white stenciling. All of this was white and all of this was white. I did that live, and then after I hung up with y'all, I went in and I did some just some outlining of the cursive stuff, and I put some gold on this. I don't really know if I like that. We might go back over that gold with white because I used these markers. These super golden metallic markers, super golden marker. There's a super metallic, whatever, 12 colors. Anyways, I used that, and I don't know yet if I'm liking it or if I just need to add more color to it. I might just go in with some brown and end it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can come up with. But I had also done these flowers offline with no eyes watching, and that was the big no-no because everybody was like, well, how'd you do that? Sorry guys, sorry. Once I get going, I get all like, woo! And then I'm like, and what if I do this? And what if I do that? And what if I do this and that? And what if I do that? Okay. So I'm going to pull out the stencils that I used. I'm storing them in with some of my transfers because it just makes it easier for me to find in that insane room of crafting supplies that I currently have. Okay, so in this set, it's this the Strength and Dignity hat stencil set. It comes with 3 pieces. It comes with the part that says, she is clothed with strength and dignity, and then the other one that says, and she laughs without fear of the future. And then it also comes with this, the flowers, and that's what I used. Oh, thank you, my sweet Cheryl. Okay, so we've got that. Now, day before yesterday, all my days are like kind of seeping together. I got a back order situation that didn't come in the first one, because initially I got that, and then I got the Wild and Free with the horses, but I also received this Amazing Grace stencil, and I just love the flowers that are on it, so we're going to use some of those today on this. My other Yeehaw Meemaw hat, I didn't bring it out. Of course I didn't bring it out, because I was preparing at 5 o'clock this morning, y'all. What were you doing at 5 o'clock this morning? Most people were sleeping. Good morning, my sweet Irma. How are you? I hope everyone's just laying in bed and relaxing and watching me this morning, okay? I wake up at 4 regardless, because I have to get my husband's stuff ready for the day. But normally I take a little snoozerooski afterwards, which is not good, because then I feel like I've gotten broken sleep, even though I've gotten more than enough hours of sleep, and the rest of the day I walk around like a zombie. So I need to just get in the habit of staying up. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going live every day at 6:30 in the morning, because, oh, thank you, sweet Cheryl, for the stars. But I would like to stay up, and I need to get stuff done. And but I'm gonna try to start just going live every day, because I have so much I want to do, and then I forget that I want to do it because it gets like backlogged because I'm not going live enough. So I'm just gonna start trying to do daily lives. We're gonna see how this goes, because as you all know, I'm in my dining room doing this, and my husband does occasionally like to eat at this table. Weirdo. The kids like to do their schoolwork at this table. It's summertime. They can read books in their room. Anyways, so goals. We'll see what happens. But anyways, back to the hat. I left my other one in the room, but y'all have seen it. It's got all kinds of flowers and stuff on it, which I absolutely love, but I want this one to be a little bit more dignified. You know what I mean? Just a little bit more classy and simple, but still bam girl, right? We want some bam. We want some beautimous things. I do like this. I like the crochet look, but I don't know if it's for this hat. I don't know. Maybe if I try a different like color, I don't know. But I'm thinking that we're gonna have to do some complicated beading, which I hope you guys will enjoy watching me do. It will have to be with the camera like face down at my hands and all that stuff, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and I'm not going to use the big flowers. I'm just going to use these little, maybe like up to here, and I'm going to put them around my hat here. Yeah, I think that's gonna work just fine right there. From right there-ish. Maybe from like, okay. And I'll do some going this way and then some coming up this way, because this is the front of the hat right here. So when you look at it, you'll get the flowers coming down this way, and then you'll get flowers coming up this way. And I think that that'll provide a really good flow around the brim. Good morning, everyone. As you're coming in, please give me a hey, hello, how you doing? Because I like to know you're here. I like to know you're watching, and I like to know you're awake. I like it. I like it. I love it. Okay. Let's see here. Let me move that out of the way. Let me move. I just bring everything to the table Do we need rusty bells? Probably not for this project, but that don't mean that I don't feel more secure in myself having them at my table, because you never know. Yes, Miss Cheryl, Kelly and her fiance love wearing the cowboy hats. This is such a great, I wonder if they would let you do something like this to their hats. We all have older hats that are just sitting there, and I bet you they have some also. And I would love, like, what I'm doing right now is just like a $15 Walmart hat, but I would love to partner with Stetson to do some of their hats, because I just know Stetson and Essential Stencils would be a great team. Along with Kingdom Acres Homemaking and Homestead. So if y'all want to tag Stetson in the comments, that'll be fantastic. Good morning, Miss Michelle. How are you? Oh, who did I miss? I missed somebody. Cheryl and Paul, good morning. Okay, so this is dark chocolate, the chocolate. I'm gonna use, and it's from Deco Art Americana. I'm just gonna put some of that on my paper. Hopefully I don't make a big ol' mess with it. It is 6:40 in the morning. And when I am fully awake, which I know I sound fully awake, but the gears don't start getting fully lubricated until about 10 o'clock. So let's see what happens. This should be fun. We're starting a new routine here. Yes, I love Stetson. They are great. We have quite a few cowboy, cowgirl hats. Okay, I'm just kind of offloading here onto my dry wipey. I have some dry wipes that I did not use in time, and they got dry on me. Just fine. This cat's got the zoomies over here, y'all. She's just zooming like crazy all over the place. And I think it's adorable until I can hear her little claws going into my furniture. And then I'm like, you're gonna be tacos, cat. You're gonna be tacos. You tear up my furniture, you're gonna be tacos. She doesn't believe me. She's looking at me. She's like, what did you say? What did you say? She's just so cute. I love her. I love her. She's adorable. We've had her for over a month now, I want to say. And we have had some serious cat situations. Oh, thank you so much, Miss Michelle. Y'all, my girls were getting ready to go for 4-H interviews, right? Because they did their record books. They applied for Star Awards, and for Star Awards, you have to do interviews. Okay, so they're all dressed and ready to go. I'm dressed and ready to go, and I spot the cat trying to poo on my couch. And so I grab her and I'm running her to the door, and she does this like alligator butt fling thing. In the moment, I didn't know where it went. And we later found it attached to my daughter's clothing. And the whole, thankfully, I use couch covers. So the couch cover immediately got removed and went into the washing machine. But I was none too pleased. I told my daughter, I was like, put on whatever. We got to run to Walmart. Because she didn't have anything else that was like professional, really, because she's 10. What kind of 10-year-old has like a bunch of professional clothing? So, ran her to Walmart, bought her a whole new outfit, because the cat decided to shower us with excrement. It looks beautiful. It looks so beautiful. Okay, look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so wildflowery. So that was a horrible, horrible situation. I was traumatized, but the cat didn't care. You think you might have to get their stencils? Well, okay, so I have a discount code in the description. If you get some stencils, you'll get 10% off. It's Kingdom Acres 10, and that'll get you 10% off. So if you are interested, be sure and use that code. So, oh my gosh, I'm just in love. Okay, so let me put this hat on. So this hat that I'm currently working on, look at that. This hat is going to be raffled off in the Country Living Collective group. All you have to do to be entered, it's go to the featured section, find the post where it says it. You're going to invite 2 friends to that group. You're going to share that post, and then in the comment section, you're going to write done. That's literally it. You invite 2 friends to the group, share the post, and say done, and that will get you entered into the raffle for this hat. And I will ship it to you, no cost to you or anything like that. I will ship it to you once it's done. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, and you know, it's going to have the beautiful hat band. The custom hat band is going to have embellishments and painting and just gorgeous, gorgeous things. And then you'll have this hat and people will be like, oh my word, where did you get that hat? And you're going to be like, you can't have one. You can't have one. I am a person who likes having one-of-a-kind things. That's just me, and it's not like mean girl energy. It's just I like having special stuff. So I'm going to take this teeny tiny little paintbrush and very thin, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to connect the stems because I am not wanting this to look like a stencil situation. I'm connecting the stems, I'm connecting the leaves, okay? And you can go heavier at the bottom with your paint because it just looks like shading. Nobody's going to know. How will they know? How will they know? They won't know. They won't know. They'll think that you're just an artiste, which is fantastic, right? We all want to have those kind of skills, right? Well, this is going to help you with that. I've never been a painting artist, right? I'm creative, but painting I've never been like super skilled at. My hair is doing like something weird this morning. I don't know what's happening. But these stencils, I mean, look at that. Look at that. People were like, "Oh my gosh, you're a painter." I ain't. I'm just a person who can hold a paintbrush and use a stencil. And that's really all the skill you need in this life. Okay? Because we have companies like Essential Stencil that's going to hook you up. They're hooking you up to be able to create some really gorgeous products and artwork without having to actually be naturally gifted. When I was a little girl, one of my cousins, who's actually like my foster brother, my mom raised them, he was like 9 years old drawing Garfield by hand, like just freehanding Garfield, okay? Batman, like all these different characters. He even created his own like cartoon, like a funny type thing. He created his own. He is naturally gifted. So it's not due to a lack of exposure. I've been exposed to some very gifted, naturally gifted people. I am humble enough that I can say I was not born with that gifting. Okay, and it's not because he had any sort of special training. We were poor. We were poor as poor can be. Okay, during the summer, I wouldn't wear shoes because I would grow out of my shoes, and we weren't buying shoes during the summer. There was no reason. I wasn't going nowhere. Hello, Miss Cynthia. Can I tag those stencils? Absolutely. Absolutely, Miss Marley K. Oh, thank you, Miss Cynthia. So, anyways, he was a fantastic, or is, he still is. He's only like, how old is he? I want to say he's like 4 or 5 years older than me. He's still in his 40s. So, anyways, natural talent not needed for this project. That's what I was getting at with that whole rabbit trail. Y'all ready for my rabbit trails first thing in the morning? All right, I'm just going through and I'm connecting. See that? I'm connecting those little areas, and it's looking like shading because it goes on thicker in those spots and it looks just gorgeous. You can go up into it. If you go from the bottom in, it does make a difference because then it does do the whole shading effect. And this is literally how I also did that outlining on the cursive areas. Or is it cursive? Yeah, it's cursive. Just with a real thin paintbrush and then just kind of following the lines. That's all you gotta do. You don't have to do nothing crazy. No natural talent needed. Okay. Look at that. Now, doesn't that look so much more natural than just like leaving it like stenciled? And but you know what? You absolutely could just dab it on. I've seen so many that just dab it on and they just leave it and it still looks gorgeous. You can go in and glue little gems and little things and just make it yours. Just make it yours. Good morning, my sweet Sheila. How are you? I'm drinking coffee. My cup says, living the homeschool mom life 24/7. Us homeschoolers, it's a life. It's a whole lifestyle. Okay, so I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. I'm gonna swap out colors. I'm gonna keep this size brush. Okay. Essential Stencils has even thinner brushes. Okay, I need to get some. This is just a $6 Walmart pack of like 20 brushes, and this was in there. There's several different, I've also used, when I did these flowers right here, I went back and forth between these two. You really want a good tip, a good fine tip for some of these projects, especially connecting the lines, okay? Now I'm gonna pull out, let's see, let's pull out some green. It's Christmas green. I don't know that I want that. But you know what I could do? I'm gonna mix. I'm gonna do some mixing, okay? This is the Waverly Antique Paint. I'm just gonna put, you know what? I didn't even have to do that. That's coming out kind of black anyways. Yeah. Okay. I need to go and do my annual chalk paint run. Okay, so I am going to use this Christmas green, but I'm going to mix it with that chocolate brown that I had just used. And I think that that will give us, I just did a little, let me move my paper over so you can see. I just did a little squirt right there. And I'm going to use a little palette knife that came in my $6 brush pack. And I'm just gonna do a little mixy with these two colors and see what we're getting. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. It really toned it down. I was fixing to put some coffee in it if it didn't, because I have my coffee, my instant coffee grains, and I just like the color of coffee. You could absolutely, don't think that just because this is a hat, you can't be using coffee and cinnamon on this. You absolutely can. Okay. Coffee and cinnamon is like cobblestone in Minecraft. If you have children, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm gonna go on to these. Try not to get paint everywhere. I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna do the leaves, and I'm just going to do a hint of green on the stems. I'm not gonna go wild with the green because I want this to be kind of a gentle look. Take some of that off, I put too much. Okay. Not gonna go wild with it. And that's what I did with the other ones. I just kind of came out from the center and just did a little bit. Let me pick this up. I'm holding it by the hat band under here like a palette. And that does help. So if you're using these Walmart hats, you can definitely handle them with that hat band. It helps. Stetson won't have that if you're doing a Stetson hat. They are a little bit more bougie. Just slightly more bougie to be having a hat band in there. They are not one size. You have to know your hat size. But how many people actually know their hat size? Do you know your hat size? I can look in one of my older hats and tell you my hat size, but I do not know my hat size like I know my shoe size. But even shoe sizes are kind of subjective. I don't think anybody actually wears like one shoe size because everything is just so different depending on who makes it or what lot it's coming from, what like manufacturer lot, because my husband wears, he can wear like a 14 wide, but he typically needs a 15 wide. It just depends. So we be ordering his shoes all the time. Shoes have always been an issue for that poor guy because he, like, just going to the store and finding shoes he likes, that's not a thing in his life. And I'm sure that had to be very hard for him growing up because we grew up in the 90s, okay? So I'm sure there was a good portion of time where he struggled in the shoe department because we didn't have like online ordering for normal everyday people. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, I told you good morning, Miss Irma. That's you, Miss Irma. Oh, my sweet friends. If you're just joining me, tell us, hey, hello, how are you? And look at these beautiful, look at that. Okay, so look at how the green is mixing in with the brown and really giving it some definition. It's giving it definition and whimsy, right? It's giving it that whimsy that we like. Okay, let's see here. Let me clean that up. All right, and now I'm going to, let's see, how am I gonna get the next color that I want? I don't want red, I kind of want like a mauve, I think, for the flowers, or maybe I should do white. Let's do some antique white with, maybe I should shake it first. Let's shake it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. What do y'all got going today? What do y'all got going? Y'all, I'm trying to get my website done. I'm building it myself. And if y'all are still waiting on my Crab Apple Holler Almanac book, don't fret, it's coming. It's coming. I'm still working on that too. Got lots of irons in the fire, and I'm just typing my little fingers to the bone. But I love it. It's so much fun. Because I don't write like a normal people. In my college writing classes, I would always get kind of made fun of because they were like, you write like you talk. I'm like, why would I write any other way? Like, why am I going to try to communicate to you in a way that I wouldn't normally communicate to somebody? Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. And there was one boy that tried to just write like super bougie, and I was like, ugh. But now looking back, I'm like, well, that was just his style. That's what he likes. But what I like is to write like I'm talking to you. I want you to hear my voice and say, yep, Sandra wrote that. It sounds a little bit hillbilly on paper. Good morning, my sweet Cassandra. How are you? How are you? Okay, so seeing your name reminded me because you liked my post this morning. So I created a second group for the Country Living Collective. I created a featured presenter group, okay, because if you want to be doing lives in that group, like I need to be able to send out calendars and things. And that group is not just for crafting, although we've had mostly crafting because I'm still working on getting the fullness of my presenter lineup that I'm trying to get. But it's going to be homesteading content and crafting. I mean, y'all know what I like. It's in the name, homemaking and homesteading. So we're going to be crafting. We're going to be doing sourdough. Who has tried sourdough and failed? Okay, I know so many people have tried sourdough and failed. Southern, and you write, tell stories the same way. Yes, absolutely, Miss Sheila. Absolutely. Yes, God made us all different. Amen, sister. But, lost my train of thought. Anyways, so we're going to be doing some sourdough, some canning. I was doing some canning yesterday. I've got my grape jelly, my salsa, my pickled jalapenos. And we'll be doing some fun things like that over there. So, if you know a homesteader who wants to be in there, or if you have a garden, you like to do some Meemaw things like crocheting or anything like that, or even just you sweet crafters out there making your beautiful creations, we'd love to have it all. We'd love to have it all because, again, different strokes for different folks, right? And we have a group of 11.6 thousand, I want to say 11.5, 11.6, something like that. So add your homesteaders. Add your homesteaders. Okay. Look at what that white did. Didn't it just bring so much interest to those flowers? I love it. All right, I'm only going till 7:15, just doing 45 minutes because I feel like that's probably a good time. I don't know what time my creative friends over in Craft Around the Clock are starting today. I know we're doing 1 hour segments over there in Craft Around the Clock. Still loving my crafty ladies over there. So definitely, I'm gonna add, okay, so this is flamenco red, flamenco. I'm going to add this, and I'm going to, just a dot, just a little dot, okay, and then I'm going to mix it with that white and get kind of a mauve-y color. I hopesies. We might need a little bit of brown. So just a little bit of brown. Ah, that was too much. That's okay. I put it to the side. Okay, I just need a smidge. Add some of that. And some of that. Okay. There we go. Just kind of a light mauve color is what I'm going for, okay? And I'm gonna go right over the top of that white. And that's gonna give me the background white, and it's gonna give me the up top color, and then you can add more color on top of the mauve. Just, you know, you just keep layering. And that's all I did with the flowers on the band, is I just layered. And that's how you get that look of definition. You know what painting on this reminds me of? Did y'all ever see those clown paintings on like the felt, the black felt background? They're from like the 80s, 90s era. And I just put a little bit more brown. And you could do different shades. It doesn't have to be the same color on each flower. All right. Check it out. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I'll be doing the same thing on the next side. I don't know if I'll do the same. I probably will do the same colors. I don't know if they'll come out the same because I freehand mix these colors. So you know how that goes. I'm going to do a little bit of brown on top of the pink. Just a tiny bit of brown just to add in that shading. To kind of blend those centers into the petals, right? You don't have to just stick on the petals. You can go from the center, and that'll give it more, just more from that center spot. Let me see. You see that? Now it's really looking like it's sunken in, and it's kind of like, look at me, look at me. All right, and then up and out from that base. All right, I know everyone's getting ready for their day. Hope everyone's gonna have a great day today. I've got work to do here at the house. I'll be tending to online stuff and writing stuff and doing stuff. Just trying to spread myself. And then working on things with my kid. My youngest one today, we have pen applications due for 4-H. It's our last stress factor of the year for 4-H, our last deadline. Look at that. You just blend it in. Now look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Would you look at that? Okay, I'm going to do the same thing from the bottom of this little tulipy one right there. Just a few strokes. A few strokes of the paintbrush, and that's it. That's it. Okay, so now let's look over here at this white. Okay, let me dab that off a bit. Now, what we could do is do some of the mauve from over here on the lettering that I have with the gold up here, and that might help us out a little bit. So let's see. I'm just gonna mix some more of this together. Get some brown in there. Okay. This is gonna be several days of working on this hat, y'all, because it's gonna be gorgeous. I want it to be absolutely exquisite for whoever wins this hat. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. That's exactly what we've been needing. I'm gonna get close for you. You see how that's really adding? The gold by itself, not so great, but when you go over it with the pink and you've got that gold peeking through, along with the white, that's where it's at, okay? That's where it's at. So don't be scared to add things, because you just layer. You layer, and then, and it makes it all work out. Okay, so I'm gonna do the T, and I'm not trying to, did I just hit that? I'm not trying to completely cover the letter. I'm just barely accenting, because I want to see the white come through. I want to see that gold come through. I'm just barely accenting it with the pink. Oh my gosh, that looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. So just take it easy. If your brush starts getting real feathered out, clean it off. Take it and just kind of squish it together with that paper towel or whatever you got, and twist it and pull. Just a twist and pull, and then you can go right back into it, because that's going to give you back that fine tip. See that W? I did that real fine line right there on that first part of the W. Very, very pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna at least get through these letterings, and I will do some off camera because I'm showing you the techniques. And I will probably end up adding a brooch or two on here, because I think a brooch or a couple of brooches on the brim would be gorge. Just be gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yes. It looks so good. It looks even better in person. I know not everything comes through on camera, but just trust me. It's looking good. It's looking good. I want it to look kind of rough, a little bit like it's from the biblical times. The biblicals. Okay. Well, I've got 1 minute. Let me do this last word. Is okay, there you go. There we go. Oh, it looks so good. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off of here. I hope y'all enjoy. I will come back in the comments and put the link to the 2 sets of stencils that I've used today. And yeah, I'll do that right now before I forget. But thank you so much for being here with me this morning. Thank you so much for just supporting my page, and I hope you guys join the Country Living Collective. And if you want to be a presenter, join the Country Living Collective presenter group. Okay. Yeah, if you can't find one or the other, just message me and I will help you out there. I'll shoot you a link, send you a link. Oh gosh. Facebook, please don't shut me down. And yeah, I will see y'all soon. I love y'all so much. Again, thank you for being here with me, and thank you for making a homemade home with me today. I will see y'all soon. Bye.